guys, it's Sarah here with Furniture Flip by Sarah, and in today's video I'm going to take you through flipping a piece of furniture. I have a makeup vanity. I'm going to let you know how much I paid for it, how much profit I'm going to make, and all the steps you need to flip it.
Here's the before of the vanity. So I picked this up off Facebook Marketplace for $40 and I'm hoping I can make a decent profit off of it. I'm going to go ahead and start prepping it because it has been painted before, so I need to make sure I do some sanding and priming. So to start transforming this piece, I'm going to go ahead and sand it down. I am using my Surf Prep here. I'm just using the sponge sander. I'm just going to give it a light scuff. I'm not going to go ahead and remove all this because I know it was used with a good quality paint, not like a latex paint, so I can paint over it. So I'm going to sand it down first and then I'm going to go ahead and prime it. So as I was moving this piece, I guess I put too much weight on this side and this actually just lifted up. You can kind of see the original finish underneath. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and glue it back on because I kind of like having these to store stuff in. For this, I'm just using my LePage wood glue and I'm just using it kind of in the gun form and making sure I put enough to secure this piece down. So there is like a little dip here. It's probably original to the piece, but I'm just gonna go ahead and fill that. I am gonna be using my Timbermate wood filler, and this is just in the brown natural color. You can also mix this with a bit of warm water to get a more runny consistency. That's what I did here. If not, it kind of starts to harden. So I'll let that dry and then I'll just go ahead and sand it out. So now that everything is prepped, repaired, and sanded, I'm gonna go ahead and clean it. To clean this piece, I'm gonna be using a TSP formula. This is just the powder. I mix it in water in a spray bottle, spray it all over my piece, and then wipe it down. So now that everything's clean, I'm gonna go ahead and start priming this piece. I am using a shellac-based primer. Because this one is covered in primer already, I'm just gonna go ahead and pop up a little photo here and share the one I use with you guys. I will also link it down in the description box. So now that my primer is dried and I've sanded everything down, I'm gonna go ahead and start painting this piece. I'm gonna be using Fusion in Raw Silk. I have a little like detailed brush here to get into all these grooves, and then I just have a flat angled 2-inch brush, and this one is from my local Home Hardware, and I believe this is from Home Depot. When I am working with Fusion mineral paint, I like to make sure to do even thin coats. If you put this paint on too thick, you're gonna get a lot of brush strokes. Here I am using my stencil brush to get into all the detail and really making sure I get into all the little crevices. Now on the final coat of paint for this piece, and it is really starting to come together.
and just add some tape along the edges of these drawers so I get a nice clean line when I'm all done. This just looks more professional, it's nice and clean and more aesthetically pleasing. To make sure this piece is super durable, I'm gonna go ahead and use my polyurethane in a satin finish, and I'm gonna apply it with some foam brushes. I'm just going to apply this in very thin layers, making sure I don't have anything dripping on the sides, and it's nice and even. I ended up applying 2 coats to this piece, making sure it was super durable. When you're applying this top coat, you also want to make sure you don't have any drips on the edge because they will harden and kind of be like a yellow consistency. This top coat does cause yellowing, and that's why I use shellac-based primer. So if you haven't used a shellac-based primer, I don't recommend using this polyurethane because it will yellow. Then I went ahead and removed the tape I had added along the sides, and as you can see, I now have a nice crisp line. I'm going to go ahead and use these little knobs here that I have from previous piece so they didn't cost me anything. These little knobs are actually off of an old IKEA dresser. When I sold it, I saved these. I really love the style of them. They go really well with a farmhouse finish. I then went ahead and repeated the same process to the other side of the vanity. So I picked up this little wallpaper pack here. It was $40 at my local Home Hardware, and I'm just going to go ahead and line the drawers with this. It's sticky, so it's going to go in super easy. And it's just that faux brick pattern. Once I cut my piece of wallpaper to size, I just went ahead and used this little scraper to flatten everything out. And then once I put all the sheets in, I went ahead and used an X-Acto knife to cut the corners, leaving me with a nice clean cut. So before I share the final look of this vanity with you guys, I wanted to talk a little bit of profit I made. So I picked up this piece off Facebook Marketplace for $40 and I ended up selling it for $220. So I made a profit of $180. I didn't need to go out and buy anything for this project. I already had everything from previous projects. So I broke it down. If you were to buy these products and the amount I used, I kind of calculated that, and I'll put it on the screen here, how much profit you would make if you were to buy these items and only account for what you used. If you were to buy all of these products, you wouldn't make any money, but it would be an investment for your business or for your hobby. If you're looking to start flipping furniture, I definitely recommend purchasing these items in larger sizes. If you're going to be doing multiple pieces, it's going to be cheaper in the end. But for me, I'm pretty happy I made $180 profit using things I already had. I hope you guys enjoyed, and let's go to the reveal. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you next week for another furniture flipping video.